Oh, right. Sigh. Well, there we go, guys. I have selected Regicide as part of my main story quest. We are heading out to just see what we've got going on here. Now, I think the Berlin Fest is going on at the moment. I've got to catch up with it. It kicked off yesterday, maybe, and after I'd gone to bed. So, just check this one. Alrighty, so it looks to me like we're waiting for Thorn March, and kicking off the Allied quest line, the Legacy of Allied quest line. Yes, alrighty. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think I know what I'm up to now. Moving my head out of the box. Just drop it down there out of the way. And let's get kicking off. Legacy of Alag. Now, this is an essential. Excuse me. This is an essential quest line for your main story quests in your post A Realm Reborn run. So make sure you do these. They start with a message from a strange man that you pick up in Revenant's Toll up here in Mordona. But without further ado and no more chit chat, let's have a talk to Rambrose. What's that? Give me a minute. Oh. Okay. I did not know that was going on. Alrighty. I know, there's a little pop-up on my screen. There we go. Alright. Am I done yet? I think so. Why, if it isn't Mistwalker Lunara herself. I was not expecting such a celebrated thing. This is now really bothering me. How do I get rid of it? I'm just going to have to hope I don't miss you guys in chat. I know, I clicked to pop up. Ah, no, I found it. It's got an X on it. Good. Radio. Such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honour of this visit? Well, you see, it's like this, Rambrose. You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb. Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavour. Quite how we came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organisation. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You're here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find herself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. And I am not ready to go there yet. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? Yes, unpleasant journeys to places for the undead or the dead aside, yes, I am. I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Ah, see, that nice man called my foolhardiness courage. Now, the first... Mistwalker! I thought it was you! Oh, good. What brings you to St. Cognac's? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe, yes? No? Ah, I see the two of you already acquainted. Well, that is well, Master Garland. Our intrepid hero here caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. She has she? Glad to have you aboard, Mistwalker. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The sons of St. Cognac are tasked with unearthing secrets of the long-fallen Allegan Empire, and this present endeavour aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allegan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. The mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nerotolskaiva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Right, so all archaeologists have relics that try to kill them. Gotcha, understood. Ahem. Now, to the core of the matter, here in Mordona there stands an entire Allegan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the lesser moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. You think? Anyway, they must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. Ooh. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Ooh, what is that? Uh-oh. That looks like a line we should not cross. Oh man, how are we going to manage that? Archaeology at its best. We throw rocks. Anyway, we believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. Mm-hmm. Now you made it mad. These defenses take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Wait, are we doing this as our white mage? Uh-oh. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. Knock, knock. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Mistwalker, but I can think of no finer woman for the task. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Right. Prepare myself. All right, well, that will probably involve, I don't know, eating food for a start. Do I have anything else in here? I do have a fledgling Chocobo registration. We're going to have to actually do that at some point. Not least because our challenge log will let us do other stuff if we do. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Ahem. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the beast tribe's strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. Oh man, liberation of crystals. I can do this. Maybe. Wait, beastmen are good. All right. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lanasia, where both the Sapsa spawning grounds and Ugamaro mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Go do something dangerous, then be careful while I'm about it. Rambros, I don't think you know quite what you're asking. Rightio, there is another little blue thingamywhatsit over here. This is Claytai the Levmet. I know, I should be unlocking this as I go. What level am I? I think that's a 60. That's a 60. Okay, good. Wow, we need to get to work on these alt jobs. We've been really, really slack. Sigh. These guys are all heading out to a fate over here. It's a level 46 fate. Home is where the horn is. We could go play with that. It is a relatively, well, it's a relatively new week for this character anyway. Logs, challenge logs. So I don't think we've done any challenges, right? We've got a ways to go before Tuesday, haven't we? So this is your challenge log. If you haven't seen it before, the XP rewards scale, although the gold rewards do not. When you complete, for every 5 challenges you complete, you'll get 10,000 gil. Until you get to challenge 5. Once you've done 30 challenges, you'll actually get 15,000 gil for the last 10. That's 10 challenges though. So, and you can do that every week. So there's actually a total of about, what's that, 55,000 gil you can earn each week via your challenge log on top of the other gil that you earn from doing whatever else you do. And as you unlock more aspects of the game, you actually unlock more categories to do. Oh, we have started this. Bosom Buddies. This one's easy. 20 enemies of comparable level to your own. Just go into a fate. It levels you down to the level and your companion down to the level, and you can do stuff. Right. Wondrous Tales. We've not reached Idle Shear yet with this character, so that's not something we can do. I think it's going according to my level, which tells it I should be there. Rightio, what are we doing? We are going to confront Good King Mogglmog the 12th in Thornmarch because that is our next main scenario quest. We have selected Regicide. I don't think we selected it so much as it selected to be... Okay, we selected it. We selected to not let the fluffy little chonker rule over the 12's Wood, basically, into Duty Finder, into Thornmarch, which should be over here. Thornmarch hard. Why can't I do Earth's Font? Because I do not have an... Oh, I don't have an average IL level of 95. Increasing item level. Each piece of gear in Eorzea is assigned a level to indicate its relative strength. The average IL of your currently equipped gear, including your accessories, is an important value that can determine not only whether or not you'll have trouble in certain battles, but oftentimes whether or not you'll even be allowed to participate. Your current average IL can be viewed at any time under Character within the main menu. You will soon find that maintaining a high average item level is the key to success in tackling Eorzea's myriad challenges. It is the key to not dying in them too. We're going to jump into Thornmarch hard. Hopefully it won't pop before I do something about my despicable gear level. Actually, it's not okay. It is that bad. C 74. Yeah, that's not good. What have I not done? All right. We need to go deal with that. Do we have any gold at all? Okay, we're not going to be doing a lot of dealing with it. That's expensive. Go into J for journal. This is to see if you've done your quest for your job. You can go into your journal. You're in current automatically. If you jump across to complete, you can then jump across to class and job quests. Click on that thing. We're actually after Disciple of Magic job quests, because Disciple of Magic quests will just give us our Conjurer quests, whereas Disciple of Magic job will give us our White Mage quests. And as you can see, we've done everything to level 50, which means we've completed the last job quest until Heavensward. We need to complete the very last patch, last adventure in the last patch to unlock the next lot. So we've done all of our job quests, which means I should have my job gear. Which means I shouldn't be wearing this. What is wrong with me? I'm wearing my Conjurer gear. Why am I not in my White Mage gear? Okay, we need to withdraw from Duty Finder if we locked in. No, we didn't. Thank goodness. All right. That's okay. So the reason we're in our Conjurer gear and not in our White Mage gear was because we went and got ourselves a unicorn last episode, and you cannot do that as a White Mage. You have to be a Conjurer in order to undertake that quest. So under our mount guide, we now have this handy dandy unicorn, which we can summon as part of our random mounts if you've got your mount set to random. So that is why I was not where I should be. Okay, 158 is not so bad. Thank goodness. I'm like, what have I done? Yeah, nothing much. What is that? 255. I need a better hat. At 10 grand, I'm not going to make myself a better hat. I think I need to do some challenge logs. We'll kind of do that on the way. Did we log into that, or did we just look at it and say it was pretty? Yes, we looked at it and said it was pretty. Now we are logged into it. Okay. We could go randomly and hope it popped, but in actual fact, we're just going to leave it sitting there for the next 5 centuries. And we're going to do other stuff. So we're going to follow the legacy of Alag, because this is the Crystal Tower sequence. We are going to need to have this done before we're going to be allowed to progress to Heavensward. We're going to need to get that done, as well as... Wrong button. No, also wrong button. Duty Finder. So in Duty Finder, we're going to need to have done the Bowl of Embers hard. I think we've got a little tick on that one. Just click on that. No, we don't. So this is the other one we need to have done. And we need to have done all the basic Bowl of Embers, the Naval, the Howling Eye. We need to have done all of them on hard before we're going to be allowed to advance. When we hit that point in our main scenario quests, we're not near it yet, so we're just going to follow the rest of it through, which will be easier once we actually do the mandatory dungeon that is standing in our way saying, "Thou shalt not pass." Okay, Legacy of Alag. So we can do our prep in the meantime for most of these. Survey the designated location in Ugamoro Mines and slay the Cobalt Sentry to obtain a flawless Earth Crystal. We're going to do this at level 60, which means it is going to be a lot easier than it would be otherwise. Let's go. I know, what's that about? So there are things you can do while you're waiting for dungeons. Usually they're the reason, the waiting time for dungeons is the reason that I have so many classes, usually. But once you hit post Heavensward, these quests are quite important to get done. I just kind of now nail down anything that's blue. We go and deal with it. Is that another fate? Fire in the hole. Let's go do that one. Oh god, there's a white mage. Do I have my bird? Fluffy, get your little tail over here. Come on. Wherever it is you're having a little bird holiday with, off we go. Sunny, sorry, Sunny, not Fluffy. Well, he is kind of fluffy. Okay, we're not going to do our usual brassy thing. We're just going to jump in. My level's too high, yes. We need to level sync, that kind of helps. And hope we don't get its attention. Oh, Sunny, that... No one said my bird was smart. Okay. I guess we can try and save his tail feathers. Is that someone that's injured? Right, we're going to pretend that they're our DPS. Usually this gets the attention of the monsters you're fighting, but oh yeah, it did. I don't think that little fireball likes me anymore. I don't think it liked me to start with, but anyway. So this is actually really good practice if you're trying to learn your rotations and how to cast and move and not get blown up and watch things as you go. Like whether or not your allies are going to die, then this isn't a bad way to do it. I like how the monsters in Eorzea all live by the kill the healer mandate. Okay, those blue marks on the ground, that's friendly fire. It will hurt you a little bit. So try not to stand in the blue as well as the orange. There are multiple colours of stupid in this game. All we're trying to do is fill up this bar here before that timer there runs out. We should be able to do it relatively easily. So we've got one or two left. I know I'm not doing my timing very well. You are going to die, young lady. You might have saved your bacon, maybe. There we go. Radio, 11,000 XP, nothing to sneeze at. It is nickel and diming it at this level though. Sunny, did you get yourself dented? You daft widget of a bird. Here. And have a little bit of that. There you go. Alright, anything with a little moon over it is probably in your hunting log. One of your hunting logs. In this case, I think it's in our Maelstrom hunting log. It's that Kobold Bedesman. Yeah, that one there. We need to kill 3 of them. We will get some seals for that. That'll be nice. I think he's going to call for help though. Yeah, him and his mate. Not surprising, we are the wrong, like, way over leveled, which is where we want to be honest. And we're cheating by using our bird, but oh well. Oh look, something else that's in our hunting log. Can I get up there? Yes, I can. Look, me and my new friend. He was having a lovely day at the hot springs. Not looking for mischief at all. Really. We're heading into Ogomoro by foot because I keep forgetting I can fly, basically. Don't let auto-targeter have you pick on something you don't need to. Your bird will attack the first thing that you attack, so you can let your bird deal with stuff while you deal with other stuff and then come back to help them. So it's kind of like running with a friend when, you know, your friends aren't playing. If you're wondering why it's so quiet here, because I've played on some of the other servers now, and this is the quietest world on the Materia data center. This is Zervan. And It's always this quiet. We get a lot of voyages though, which I really love seeing. Really good to see the voyages here because they keep things humming. Now, if only our world could Oh, I see. Well, I know. Do I really want to do this with a white mage? Sure. We're just going to go over here where there's no other kobolds because the minute we level sync, we're going to become targets. We're going to level sync. We've got 46 seconds. We're not going to do it, but we are going to give it a shot because we are still going to get. I should be doing this. I'm being really slack today. We're not going to do it because we just can't sling that much damage in that short of time. Can we get him down to half at least? That'll be fun. So between us, Fluffy and I are going to just try and deal with Hickman BZ. Now this is one of your hunt targets for the for a Realm Reborn. You just need to pick that up. We failed it, but we still got 8,000 XP, 61 gold, and 178 seals. So they're worth participating in. I don't think it counted though as our challenge log thing. No. So you got to complete 5 fates. If you fail them, it's not counting as a completion. Alrighty, into the maze. What's that? Legacy of Alag. Ooh, a relic reborn. Oh, that's right. I've got to get relic materials. This is another hunt target area as well. So if you get these hunt targets, you've got to kind of watch the rotation of the fates in order to be able to make them. Have missed more than one of those. It's annoying. Alright, we're no longer level synced and we're 12 levels higher than most things here, so they should theoretically leave us alone, maybe. Okay, this is our Legacy of Alag quest. I sense a hostile presence. Mate, there are hostile presences everywhere. What am I doing? That's daft. Yeah. Oh no, good. You'll notice that our Medica does go onto our friend. Okay, we found a flawless earth crystal. Technically we don't need to go any further into the mines for the Alag quest, but it looks like I have a Realm Reborn relic quest component to find in here. What am I doing in here? Obtain the time-worn Thyrus from a treasure coffer in Ugamaro mines. I haven't done this. This is actually the first time doing this particular relic. Oh, okay. I know, we're just kind of tootling along looking for stuff. I could put my sprint on, you're right, but then I'd probably overshoot the next tunnel that I need. You're going to be like that, are you? Uh-huh. I mean, chances are it's in this little hollow up here. But that's okay. Let's just see. Alright, so it does look like it's in that little hollow. Let's see if we can... I'm navigating by my mini-map just because it's a rat's nest in here. It's a little warren. Rabbit's warren. If rabbits came as kobolds, here we go. Now, if we were doing this at level 50, it would be a bun fight. Okay, let's go to the Sapsa spawning grounds. I'm too lazy to run all the way back out again, so we're just going to go straight to Aleport. And then we're going to go for a fly. Slay the Sahagan sentry. Okay, so there's our walls. This is where the pirates are. So we can literally fly over and come down from the open sky above those points. We don't need to run through the tunnels, so we will do exactly that. Looks like I'm being subtle today with our Gharlean ride, because that's such a popular thing here. Head for the orange. I know, no one could possibly be mad at me for driving one of these through their city streets. Oh, I'm so glad I'm an adventurer. We get forgiven a lot of sins. Alright, so if we were going to go to meet the pirates, we'd fly a little bit more that way. But we're going this way, so we're just going to follow this. At this point, we would normally be entering that tunnel and heading underground. So we're actually flying over the tunnels that we would need. But you can see that this whole thing up here is like full of holes. So we could drop down in there if we wanted to. Actually, we probably don't want to do that yet. Oh, we may want to. Actually, alright, let's go down. No, we don't want to do that. We do want to fly over the top. I'm going to fly over to the top to the cove where we first saw them. Where we first saw that Allergan revive himself. So... yeah. Out there he was. We went out there and around. I sense a hostile presence. Mate, this whole thing would be hostile if they didn't think they'd get smushed. Okay. Alright, deliver the flawless crystal to Rambros at St. Coinac's Find. And I also need to speak to Geralt. Well, if we're back into the northern... If we head back to North Shroud, we'll do that then. But until then, let's head back to Mordona. Grab our teleport, zippity-doo-dah, up to Mordona. And then we're going to fly across to the St. Coinac's Find. I know. Average wait time is 19 minutes, so we're not even at the average wait time yet, which is good. Let's go. I love the music that accompanies each different mount. It's very chill. Rambros, hi. Don't mind my pet. How progress your efforts to infiltrating the Beastman's strongholds? I infiltrated and retrieved your crystals. Huh, so these are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I've seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is astounding. You've done well, Mistwalker. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, the war camp of the Amaljar in Thanalan. The latter in Natalan, the roost of the Ixal in the hills of Kurthus. Alrighty. So, Zaharak, war camp of Amaljar. We need to go to Little Alamigo, and Natalan is Camp Dragon's Head. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Rightio. Little Alamigo to start with. I know you don't want to let yourself run out of coinage at this juncture. There's too much to be done. But if you do, there's plenty of levs you can get stuck into just to kind of top things up. Rightio, grab the bird. We're not going to be able to fly all the way into Zaharak. We can fly most of the way in, but there gets to be a bit of a problem. Now, we have a height limitation, but there's this little saddly thing here. So we're going to actually fly across the saddle if we can fit. I'm not sure why my random mount keeps randomly picking the same one, but anyway. Yeah, straight across there. Oh, I did not realize it was so close to the front. Well, that's not bad. Legacy of Alag. Alright, done. One flawless crystal. Now we need to go where? Nadaland, so Camp Dragonhead. Perth's Central Highlands. And that way. Wait. No, that way, that's right. The little orange marker will be your guide if you let it. Now this one too has some height restrictions, but you can generally fly the mountains. Just keep an eye on your course so you don't fly entirely in the wrong direction on the map. Alright, there it is. If you're a lower level, you can actually like fly across like that and then generally pick your battles if you're careful, so that you don't get overwhelmed or have to fight 3 million angry birdmen on the way in. Look behind you. Yeah, I gotcha. Alrighty. And my guess, back to Rambros. So if you click on Rambros, you can click next to the tick and you can just grab the nearest Etherite, so you don't have to go through the list in your teleport, and that helps. And then we're going to head off over this way. Grab my next mount. Bird! Hi Sunny, let's go! Head toward the arrow in your minimap. We'll fly around the jagged spiky bits, I think, rather than over them. Well, I'm not sure if there's a ceiling up there, basically. And then steep descent coming in, a bit like the landing coming into Hobart. Rightio. Mistwalker, it's good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the beastmen? I surely was, my friend. I surely was. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. Ah, I hope I did not give you the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defences, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself. Needless to say, we will be requiring your services once again. Oh, sure you will. Alrighty, we get some coin. You'll notice we're not getting XP for this week, but we are getting coin and we're getting some dark matter for undoing gleamers. Rightio, next Rambo's quest. Sanding it down. Rambros wishes to proceed with the shaping of the flawless crystals. We should be doing these side quests too. Anyway, if the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance, namely ether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths' Guild in Ul'dah seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available. Though I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in, I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I am well aware that acquiring ether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man. But I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savoury parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment for our purchase, and send you to speak directly with Guildmaster Serendipity. May the presence of such a distinguished personage Maybe the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when next we meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of ether sand we require. Right, one, you say. Alright, Serendipity is in Uldar. Do I have Uldar as a home? No, I have Limsa as a home. So we're just going to click next to the thingammy-what's-it and grab the Uldar Aetheryte, which we've unlocked. And this is the other reason why you unlock all of the Aetherites when you get to them, because otherwise you're like, now I have to run all that way again. Goldsmith's Guild should be in the Ethernet. We'll just grab that thing. We will grab our Goldsmith's Guild. Look, see, a Voyager. It's so nice to see you guys when you arrive. Oh my gosh. Alright. I don't know why they come though, like, because we're such a quiet little world. Maybe it's just easier to get things done, or I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate them anyway. Serendipity. Ah, Mistress Lunara, welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? Well, I have some money for some ether sand. You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Koinak. What a fortunate thing! I was just about to contact Master Rambrose with the news that we've finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected ether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jemima over the... Ah, I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. Okay, he actually has a Scottish accent, which I cannot at the moment duplicate, so I apologize for that. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. Ugh, I suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or 2. Hey, Mistwalker, it's been too long. What brings you here then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Yep, that ether sand you were trying to buy. Oops. Now don't be mad. Well now, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gil clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? I know, the poor man's got an Australian accent. Well, I can't deny the Allegan civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been busy tinkering with a new airship design. Too busy tinkering to think of much else. See? Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard how you lot used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lass. However, we're meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? Ahem. While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this lady is a representative of the organization that reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that her purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? All right, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. Oh, no. I'll take that as a yes. No, it's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two. I know, he was just looking for an excuse, wasn't he, to join in. Geez, he looks really stern, though. Well, nice to meet you, Biggs. Oh, you need more talk? More talk, then. Uh-huh. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, right? And rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens that I know of a good place to start. There is said to be a peddler in northern Thanalan who, very occasionally, handles the earth-aspected variety of ether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumour as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanalan without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog, and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I mention her? Aye, Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Oh, you're a funny baggy, you are. Alrighty, let's go. Speak with the experienced adventurer in Blue Fog. Have we unlocked it? Yes, we have. So we earned about 1,000 off the last quest, and we've spent about 500 already. But at least it keeps us funded. Let's toddle on over here. There seems to be an experienced adventurer. Where's your charge, young lady? Wow. Have you guys? Well, okay. Save your greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat, silent type. The type that has a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. Ah, you wish to hear my tale? I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic. But as you asked, my employer, a Lalafallen lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what it was called, but 'tis apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandits' stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, we fled in blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion. I've not seen him since. And you're here. Oh, friend of yours, is he? Then you'd best be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the old Imagina mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Wow, that is cold, lady. Very, very cold. Imagina mithril mine, you say? I've gone the wrong way, I have. That's okay, a little bit of flight will fix everything. I know, I love flying. We've got, it's not guaranteed every, spoilers, but every area we go into, and some areas we have to unlock it again. I have to say I like doing that too. I know, sad individual. The nice thing about being level 60 in an area where most things are level 49 is there's less chance that things will attack you. Less, okay? Sometimes they find a bit of gumption and have a go at you anyway. But not today, thankfully. Wedge. I know, teeny tiny XP amounts. Sigh. We don't have another job class closer to the level either. How could I be so stupid? Sneaking into a bandit's lair, it's just not the sort of thing I do. And now I'm going to die for it. No, no, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. Oh, we're going to give him a heart attack. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back. Hi. Mistwalker, is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? What? Uh, um, uh, actually, ignore that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sand which Biggs and I need for our research as it happens. It was, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my Oh. Oh my. Oh dear. It must have fallen out when I was taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while then. Well, you'll find the ether sand in my stead. Yeah. Oh, thank the gods! You're a true friend, Mistwalker. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. No, they do not. But they'll leave this one alone in the grounds that they hope I won't mulch them. I know. Anyone who runs through a bandit camp dressed like that is either really silly or powerful enough to kill the bandits. They're betting on the latter. We found our ether sand. I know, we've got this, right? Maybe. Like I said, it does not guarantee they won't attack us though, so we won't just get up in their faces. We'll just kind of avoid them as best we can. I know, those things. Crazy little boom boxes. Mistwalker, have you had any luck locating the ether sand? I have. Here you go. Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand? And you're working with the chief? A treasure trove of Allegan knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation. But it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting, I must say. I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right. I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind, and you should return to Mordona without ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Mistwalker. He did just leave me in the middle of a bandit-ridden camp. That Lalafell, honestly. See, the other thing I can do, we're just going to jump into Party. We're going to have a look at Party Finder. The Party Finder. The Party Finder has been added to the Party section of the main menu. Through the Party Finder, you can either search for a party or join or recruit other adventurers to form a party of your own. To join a party, select Advanced Search and specify your search criteria. Upon finding a compatible party, simply select Join Party. To recruit adventurers for your own party, select Recruit Members and specify your recruitment criteria. Interested individuals will answer the call, and you need only sit back and wait. Sigh. Okay, no, these are just socials and locked duties. That's okay. Look, it is, if you have a look in the top up here, okay, we have Aorzean time of 10:39 a.m. We have local time for me of 6:11 a.m. and server time of 8:11 p.m. And I do happen to know that there is a really big event on for Final Fantasy at the moment. So My chances of getting a run are fairly slender, although having said that, every time I say that, I tend to get a run not long after. I don't know, even when I'm just recording offline. So that's pretty good. I suppose we could join this fate. It's got 5 minutes left in it. And look, that looks like a hunt target. It won't let me join it. Oh, all right. So what we're going to do, yeah, the fate's complete. I did not get anything because I did not even get a hit on that last one. Man, those guys were good, right? Where are we going? We are going to St. Coinax, fine. So I don't know what I'm doing running around northern Thanalan when we need to be zippity-doo-dahing over to here. Alrighty, a Revenant's Toll. So this actually is one of the slower parts. Well, this isn't one of the slower parts. Thornmarch is a slowdown point. Trying to get the runs for the trials, the naval, the Howling Eye, and so on and so forth. That's a fairly large slowdown. And then of course there's the Crystal Tower, and I've known people have had to wait for days for this one, so that just happens. So when I go and play on another server and those things just pop like within a half an hour, everyone's like, took a whole half an hour. I'm like, it only took a half an hour. Yeah. But I can only hope that what they're going to do is they're going to roll the calls in for materia into maybe one of the other data centers as well. I know they're doing the different worlds in the other data centers and linking them all up together, but materia only has one set of worlds, one server. So it would be nice if we were dropped or linked up to I don't know, Japan or northern hemisphere, any of the northern hemispheres actually, because we run, a lot of us have characters on other servers, on other data centers. Rambros. Ah, Mistwalker, you've returned. I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring a Samitha sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? Well, you're in luck. I found fire-kissed and earth-cradled ether sands. The second with the help of some old friends. I see. 2 varieties. Well, that is 2 more than could reasonably be expected. And 2 less than I'd hoped you'd say. Forgive my flippancy, you've done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend, I know only too well how capable you are. But ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. Well, you see, I found you had help from Biggs and Wedge. Huh, trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It will be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavour to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on where the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Naught as yet, but I've made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Maybe an explanation is in order, but first let us savor the preliminary victory that Mistwalker has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Ah. Alrighty, we can have direct hit rates, critical hit rates, determination. Let's go for direct hit rates. That way, hopefully, I can hit more of what I'm aiming at with my healing spells. I don't know if it works that way. We'll find out. All right, Rambrose. A performance for the ages. Rambrose wishes to discuss the procurement of the outstanding varieties of ether sand. Yes, yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a Chilean acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. Oh, right. Apparently there are Twitch drops for Final Fantasy today. That's good. I always have my drops on. What are we doing? Continuing our search for ether sand as we continue the preliminary quest leading up to the Crystal Tower. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I clicked the wrong button. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I have mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud and seek out Passemontre, the master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where ether sand might be bought, it is he. Alrighty, now, my bird just decided to take a break. Come back here, Sunstorm. Why? Because he's got a stormy temper and he's yellow like the sun. That's why he's called that. Okay. Performance, speak with Passemontre. That's New Gridania we want to go to. So we just click on that. It should show us the nearest aetherite. Now, this is an aetherite. I just recently discovered that if you have, like, security on your account, you have 1 free aetherite that you can travel to. And I accidentally chose New Gridania, which I'm not sad about, because I was there at the time. So basically what I was trying to do was click favored destination, and my mousing skills are as you have seen them. So this is register security token free destination. So if you have a security token, you get 1 free destination that you can change as you see fit. And this is mine. So we don't actually have any expenditure when we travel to it. And look, locals, I'm so excited to see them. Anyway, I know what. There were 2 locals and a voyager. See, people are starting to wake up now. I could have probably teleported a bit quicker. Too excited to see other people. That's it. I mean, come on. Why would you play an MMO if there was no one else in it? Unless you really enjoyed it. That works too. What's in my backpack? Anything do I need to send? No, nothing I need to send. What is that? Grenade ash. Do I have retainers yet? I know. Ren has completed a venture. I forgot about that. To claim the fruits of your retainer's labor, select View Venture Report from the retainer menu. Okay, so Ren ventures. Oh, alrighty. What? Oh, we sent her fishing, didn't we? This cat has brought you a present, madam, because I thought it was funny to have a cat character, Makote Fisherman. Alright, that's why. View Venture Report. Wow, 500 XP for, is that Ren? Yep, for Ren. And we got 5 crayfish. Let's assume that we're going to be around for a bit, and let's reassign her to go hunting for more crayfish. It shall be done forthwith, madam. Ren has gained experience for completing a venture. Like you, your retainer can gain experience and levels. This in turn will allow your retainer to undertake a wider variety of ventures, yielding more desirable items. Moreover, equipping additional gear to your retainer will increase both the quantity and quality of the items procured. Well, why don't we see view retainer attributes and gear? She's only a level 2 fisher. I don't think I have anything I can give her. Wait, no, that's assigned to something. You can't have that. So if I can assign her something, it will be... No. What do you mean? Sharing is caring, mate. Wait. Okay, that's got to go in my inventory where it's going to irritate me. Because I'm going to put it into my glamour chest. That's why. Man, I had a little bit of fun with that, didn't I? Return to inventory. So it looks like I might need to think about buying Ren some gear. Right. But they can get soul stones as well, really? Oh no. No, they can't. Okay, so there we go. She's going to go and find some crayfish. But not before we entrust or withdraw items. Entrust duplicates. I have no duplicates. Well, that's okay. She's going to be carrying her own crayfish. And some dark matter. And some grenade ash. I could get her to carry the glamour prisms as well. That would work. We're not going to dump that down because we kind of need that in some dungeons. That's our Etherite ticket. Let's not get rid of that. And that's a green beret, which has no right. Very well, let's sort that through. Excuse me. Oh, every morning at about this time. Let's go. Passamontre is what who we were going to see. Now, if you go into your challenge log, by the way, you will discover that you have a retainers section, and we've just sent a retainer on a venture. Okay, Passamontre. Yes, I'm sorry. Did you say you wish to purchase ether sand? Forgive me, madam, but have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? Why, I have not seen so much as a grain of ether sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you where one might mine the ore from which the water-aspected variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the Batusked Nightmare, you'll know that you are in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. Well, friendly he ain't. Let's go over to this one, Quarry Mill. I know, I kept thinking Oakwood, but that's wrong. Off to Quarry Mill we go. Because we're going to Earth's Gift, which means we're going to grab our budgie. We're going to find our orange arrow, make sure we're aiming at the right one. Fear and Odin in the Shroud, no rafter. We're after this one, okay? If it's not the first one, it's the second one. So we're just going to go get that. Let's just wind on out of here. Alrighty. Grab our map. We can double check it. They're not that far apart. For the curious, I am playing keyboard and mouse, which does lead to some interesting problems at times. And I don't play with any mods. So I play all my games vanilla. Hulking hog carcass. Well, someone found the hog alright. If you're running here in anything less than level 56, you're probably going to have to fight all of these things. But because we're not, we're a little bit higher level. They might still attack us, but it's unlikely. So we're 15 levels higher than they are. They can smell a predator when they see one, or they know a predator when they see one. You're too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment. You'll find no trace of the ore, which but recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. I can't remember this guy's voice. I'm sorry. Ah, no, you'll never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you'll have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hope to find is gone, taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous, however. Accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand with you. The wind-touched variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention? Good. A band of exile in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The XIV logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. Right, full gold float it is then. You're on, Sunny Gem. And then I think we have to fly north, so let's grab our mount, look for our orange. There we are, that one. Take her out. You can run up this way if you don't have flight, but you wouldn't be doing this quest without it, so it's all good. Just head north. Look for the orange thing. Okay, we have 11 minutes on air supply. We could do that. Let me just find a spot where I'm not going to get inundated the second I sink. Rightio, we'll start with this guy and move in. We're going to level sink. We're going to take this one out. One Ixali Wind Talon. Let's make ourselves a little bit quicker. See, Bird was getting bored. Now he's not. That's 2 down. What am I doing? The God's Quiver seeks volunteers to join a raid on the Ixali logging grounds. The main targets being not the Ixal themselves, but the airstones the Swiftbeaks use to give their war balloons flight. Oh, well, okay then. Whoops. So this doesn't count? No, it does not. I have not done this fate before. Well, hello, puppy. Ah, I see it. Alright, so what we're actually looking for is not the enemies, but this. Tactics, I'm trying very hard to not attract the attention of the warriors. Let me just see if there was a box out this way. We might need to want to move a bit faster. No, they don't hide their boxes of airstones away from their well-guarded areas. I see another box over there, though. Right, let's take out this watchwolf. I see a couple actually there, and I've got to remember not to take out that box. Alrighty. Uh-oh, something saw me. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the wind take care of the airstone box. While I try not to die, because dying is just uncool. And we'll go back to the airstone box. Okay. That looks like the edge. I see another airstone box. I just don't want to trigger my my quest fight at the same time as I'm fighting the rest of the, the things. This will be interesting because I'll be doing it at less than the level. Can I grab my... Oh, okay. No, but once you hit a certain height, you unsync, so you've got to remember that. Okay. Might as well get that one going as well. So while the bird takes on this box, I'll take on the other box and then I'll help him. I think we're about to have some opposition in a minute. Okay. Now it gets interesting. Oh, all right. Ah, no, you don't. All right, we're going to have to take out a few of these guys. It's getting a bit thick on the ground. Just keep an eye out for standing in stupid. I know, I'm watching the clock tick. Now I've got to find some more boxes. I think the boxes are respawning in relatively the same positions, but I could be wrong. So the first box we took out was over here, but it's not back yet. And I don't see any more here. I wonder if I can take out that balloon. No, the balloon is not a target. Okay, so now I'm puzzled as to where the other boxes are. I have not done this fate before. Okay, let's see where else the fate covers, and what we'll do is we might go for a fly. I know, we're not made of time. We need to find these other boxes. So we have Wind Touch to Ether Sand, which is for our quest. But where are the other boxes? You, Budgie, you look a bit dented. Alright, let's grab this. We'll probably break the thing, but if it means I can find where the boxes are... Ah, okay, over here. I see. Rightio. So we're going to have to fight our way in. In less than 4 minutes. Otherwise we're not going to get to destroy... Actually, we just need to get in range without getting eaten. Or speared. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of wind on that one. And it'll start to damage. Uh-oh, now this is a bit risky. If I can destroy the boxes... We should. Oh man, I'm in so much trouble. We should be able to end the fate. If we get the last box done. That was not the last box. Oh, that's a pain. Now I've got to find the other box. Ooh. Alright, no more boxes here. Alright, let's see if we've missed a patch over here somewhere. So no, it looks like maybe I've got a... Although there is that little area out here, isn't there? I know, this is called Getting to Know Your Fate, the lazy way. I know, I can't find the box. And because we're now too high a level for the fate, they're leaving us alone, so... I mean, unless it's that box. It could be that box. Let's try an experiment. Okay, no, it's not that box. Oh, that's what I thought. I think I'm going to fail this one. I know. Well, we'll still get XP, but I'm just like, I really would like to know where the other box is. Alright, maybe I've just missed it and somewhere. I can't break it? No, it doesn't matter. Alright, we'll just zip back in. That was ill-timed. Thank you, Budgie. That was awesome. Don't stand there though. That wolf is going to take a big chunk out of your feathers. I know, I'm looking for it and I can't see it. It's not in the middle, so it's not this thing here, right? No. So we're looking for another box of air stones. Just grab a little bit of speed. Alright, so I did fail it, but that's okay. I'm just wondering where I didn't look that I should have looked. Maybe there was a box out here I didn't see. Well, we'll just have to keep an eye out for it. In the meantime, let's fight some more exile. Yay! I know, in the meantime, let's pick up this ether sand. I'm sure that... Oh, there's another one. Well, rude. There we go. It'll be interesting to come back and have a look at that fate and just see what I missed and where I missed it. Unless, of course, it's that crate, and that crate doesn't get available until you've finished the Ether Sand quest. Bravo! That was quite the show, adventurer. Why, this spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of Ether Sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations. The wind-touched abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling that the greater prize is mine. This inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. You just want more entertainment, don't you? That's what this is. Grr. Alright, let's go. Entertainment it shall be. As long as I get the sand we need. Alright. Relic Reborn and Bad Bladder. No. But this should be... Dullahans. Here they are. I know, no entertainment for you, mister or miss. Ooh, cutscene city. Not what you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. You stalker, you. Mate, when we meet again, you better be civil. Alrighty, we are currently in North Shroud, where we have 2 adventures. Level 1, a bad bladder, and level 50, a relic reborn. Let's go have a look at the bad bladder. Bad bladder is the unlock quest for the exile. And while I do need to do it, I'm not sure I want to kick it off quite so soon. But let's get it done, and that way it will be out of our way, and the exile will be unlocked. Hopefully. Hopefully. Where am I going? Oh, alright. I'm like, where is it? Right, there it is. Door threat. Hello. Lieutenant Scarlet sent you, you say? Praise Nofika! Though I believe the worst of the danger has passed, what few soldiers I command are both wounded and weary. 'Twas a well-placed shaft that was our salvation. A private's arrow managed to punch a hole clear through the balloon's air bladders, forcing the exile vessel to flounder down into the trees. Ha! You could hear the squawking from here. I must admit, however, to feeling a moment of dread at the thought of that war balloon slipping past and drifting over the city walls. Thank the gods, and a certain private, that such a fate did not come to pass. Nevertheless, we're in no shape to repel the exiles should they prove able to press the attack. Pray head north into Peace Garden and see what has become of their downed craft. Sure thing, let's go do it. Peace Garden, you say? So you can just follow the road. This actually I think is where we want to be. Oh, hello. Is this another fate I see before me? Well, 9 minutes 15. Get off the... I know, what are you thinking? So we're currently level 13. Oh, I don't know if we wanted to join this fate. Well, alright. Let's go. This is a big bad monster. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. And let's grab Sonny and we'll do this for him as well. And then we're going to go do that. We're not aiming at that target, we're aiming at this one. I forgot we had that. Let's grab Sunstorm. We're gonna... Oh, I don't have that power. Oh, that's annoying. We're gonna have to heal in then. The old-fashioned way, my friends. Make sure our tank is surviving the battle. Oh, we only have little healings. Radio. But that's okay, we only need little healings. Right, let's get to it. Do some DPSing for our poor tank. I know, I'm watching this area. If you're ever healing in this game, the wonderful thing about this is if your line of sight is blocked and you can't actually click on your tank to heal them, you can use their name up here and just use that as a target. And then you can click back to where you need to be. And fates are great for practicing that kind of thing when you're healing. So you can kind of practice using your your companion as your animal companion as a thing. You're going to use anything with a thick white band above it. Can be dispel using Asuna because it's a negative effect. So it's a good skill to remember you've got, especially when you're in a dungeon. We did it. Look at that. Boom. I only got 1360 XP out of that, but that is fine. Our bird is dented. Let's undent the bird. There we go. Spoilt budgie. Let's undent ourselves. We'll just use a little bit of regen. And then we'll just toddle on over here. So each class has its own advantages. We don't do a lot of damage, but we can heal ourselves and our companions. And DPS do a lot of damage. It can bring the thing down faster and often have self-healing. I think it's the tanks that have the hardest time. Rightio, where are we going? Up behind us. Alright, I don't think that quest is currently on my screen. Oh no, are we going back to Etat's Spire? Yes, we are. Gwithrit, fine. Did you find the down balloon? Was the vessel yet sound? Yes, here you go. I'm not sure if this came from the birdman's craft or it's part of another contraption entirely. There can, however, be no doubt that it is of XIV design. War balloons, such as the one you saw, were invented by the XL to assert their dominance over the skies. The vessels allow them to avoid our ground-based patrols and infiltrate the 12's with impunity. Let's back over here. And the beastmen use them not only for acts of war, but also to haul away the trees felled by their ever-expanding logging operations. 'Twas to combat this unwelcome and destructive presence that we built guard towers throughout the forest, though I imagine the Ixal were quite displeased to find our borders thus reinforced. In fact, the primary purpose of this day's attack may well have been the destruction of Etat's Spire itself. I'm torn, Mistwalker. We must not weaken our defences here, but I would be certain our enemy does not lurk nearby, awaiting an opportunity for sabotage. I would ask you to once more visit the crash site and search the surrounding area for signs of our foes. I pray that my concerns are naught more than the anxious workings of a tired mind. I can do that for you. Bad bladder. Yeah, so I do like the ease of navigation between quests in this game. An XIV storage pot. Well, I know. No XIV around? What's in the pot? Typical adventurer. Is it gold? Can I has it?
Scraw! Get away from there, no feathers! Ours to dismantle, war balloon is.
What? Who are you calling no feathers, Feathery? Look at you.
Touch what is ours, you must not. Rights of salvage, yes? Rights of salvage. Enough! So much screeching and cawing. When threatened, nothing featherless one has. Squawk! Chief Totalock! Hold part we sought, no feathers does. Search through wreckage for nothing we did. Weak-bellied fledgling, calm down you will. Speak with featherless one Sazul shall. Could you be artisan? No, clothing wrong it is. Garb for honest work it is not. Hey! Squawk! Raise your weapon not. Ixal we are, but not the same kind that attack your tower. Balloon you took. Balloon part you took. Value to you is little, yes? Have it from you we would. Not by force, no. And not for nothing. We make deal, yes? Inside gate you come. Show you our work in return, says old shell. But chief, Mean to let Featherless One inside, you cannot. Spread our secrets she will. Skrark! Question Chief, you will not. Cecil's decision it is. Shut screechy beak before plucked and strung from nearest tree you are.
Wow, okay.
Fierce look Featherless One has. Look forward to next meeting, Cecil does. Listen well, no feathers. If Chief's trust you betray, flay skin from worthless bones we shall.
You and whose army, buddy? Yes, that was a defiant rabbit bunny ear twitch, possibly one associated with uncomplimentary thoughts and gestures. However, let us go down this way and talk to Cecil. Wow, that's a plan.
Brave you are to walk into XIV den. No such camp existed, you did not, eh? Now have that balloon part in your name, Cecil Wood.
All right, here's your part.
Yes, yes, Skrark! Search for long for this we have. Thank you, Mistwalker Lunara. Know you that what this is, it is special stone used for making instrument to read speed of wind. Only found in Zelfatol, very rare. Even clever Sazul cannot build such instruments without it. Skrark, you seem confused, you do. You wonder why Sazul not go to Zelfatol and fetch stone himself, yes? Tell you why, Sazul will. We are not like Isal of Natalan and other places. No, fighting with forest people. Outcast we are. Call ourselves Ekatel 9. Impressive, yes? Had nicer sound than Ekatel 20 or so. But one purpose we have, to fly free like wind. For war with forest people or pleasing greedy goddess, we care not. Fixed on the heavens our eyes are.
Right. Quest sync. Certain quests employ an automatic level adjustment system known as Quest Sync, which adjusts the difficulty and EXP rewards to your current level. Please note that when accepting certain quests, a message will appear indicating that you may not proceed with a class or job that is different from when you accepted the quest. It does? In this case, changing your class or job will prevent completion of the quest's objectives. Okay, yep. Alright, but I think we will find, reaching for Cloud 9, I need to be a disciple of the hand. Actually, I can be a really low level one, so that's fine. So let's have a look at what we've got in our character thing. Highest level is Carpenter, lowest level is Alchemist. These are level 1 crafting quests usually. Let's just use them to boost our carpentry levels so that the others get the armory set bonus. They might be getting it already though. We could just go with our lowest level. Maybe. Alright, let's try that. And then what we'll do is we'll bring the lowest level up and then just work our way through. Okida. Alchemist it is. Reaching for Cloud 9. Sazul appears eager to share more of his work with you. Quest sync. The crafting portion of this quest is recommended for Disciples of the Hand level 1 and above.
A strange face you make, Mistwalker. Burning with questions you are, yes?
What is the Cuddle 9 exactly?
Make myself clear I did not, eh? Only natural your suspicion is. Many Excel would simply kill Featherless One and leave corpse for vultures. But think like bird-brained Natlan zealots, clever Sazul and his crew do not. Endlessly wasteful this war with forest people is. Waste of time, waste of resources. Ekadal 9 is a group of thinkers, of crafters. This place, Ekadal, is place for building dreams. To fly higher than any other is Ekadal 9's dream. But before we can fly, make wings we must. Good at making things you are, yes? No alchemist when see one, says all does. Way of moving, way of looking, ka. Clothing had us all confused at first, though. Creating much better than destroying, yes? Both exile and featherless ones agree on that, they can. Have Mistwalker create something for a cattle 9, says Allwood. Build many things we can, but not everything is possible in remote camp like this. Whoops. You know of place called Volgod Float, yes? Fine crafting facility they have. Perfect for making airship hull interior components. Potent adhesive agent is component Cecil needs. Strengthened hull integrity and keep vessel from falling apart it will. Placed order for raw materials with Chacon merchant in Volgod Float Cecil has. Mistwalker need only speak to Junkmonger. Spend own coin you need not. Scrack! A surprise for you, Cecil has. Protect and support hands when crafting tricky airship components, these gloves will. Even clever alchemist needs help from time to time, eh? Come back soon, featherless one. You want me to what now? Let's see if they're actually an improvement on what I've got. Ooh, there's a lot of things that are an improvement on what I've got. Well, that's nice. Now we have better chances of doing stuffs. Full gold float, you said. You know, I could fly there. Or I could be ultra lazy. And just zippity-doo-dah there via Etherite. Let's do that. Okay, now we're looking for, down on my favorite fishing platform is a Chacon Junkmonger. Let's go chat with him.
Master Merchant welcome customer. Birdman Chief tell Master Merchant of Chief Makings. You take things for making and go to place for making things. You find making place outside of in, not inside.
Okay.
Master Merchant thinks you have no time for thinking. Birdman Chief seems ready to burst at seams. Hildegard will give you helpful help.
I see. Very well. Hildegard, you say? Let's go find her. I know my voice is like, I don't like these sounds. It's okay, boys. Bird, you so did not get your little fluffy tushy back here, Sunstorm. I know, he's my security blankie bird. Hildegard. Hello there, adventurer. Come now, I can hardly hear you. I said, hello there. What's this? You wish to make use of our workshop? Well then, seeing as you're a first-timer, allow me to give you a brief explanation of what we seek to accomplish here. As I'm sure you are aware, Eorzea is populated with a plethora of artisans who create a range of wonderful wares. This workspace is created with just such a diversity of craftsmen in mind. No matter your profession, our facility is designed to allow simply anyone to bring in their materials and produce goods that would demand an exquisite degree of precision and polish. Our small operation here at the Bobbing Cork is only temporary until we secure a more permanent residence, but I assure you that everything is fully functional. Now, what exciting project has brought you to me this fine day? Well, you see, I've got these components. I need to make a glue. What you make will depend on the craft you choose to, by the way. What have we here? Such a strange coincidence that you should happen to arrive bearing the very same rare materials that... Hildegard, have you any word on my delivery? Oh dear. And who might this lady be? And why does she hold the component materials that I ordered?
This is outrageous. You cannot simply swoop in and snatch up the wares I reserved a moon in advance.
Please, Master Tataramu, you misunderstand. This adventurer brought along these materials herself.
Just brought them along, did she? Poppycock. What would a gill-grabbing mercenary need with airship hull component materials? Only a master engineer with the highest level of skill would be capable of utilizing the component of such specialized items, and I highly doubt that anyone beside myself would have a use for them. I shall be gracious, however, and allow that you are some manner of artisan. Pray tell exactly what you intend to craft with these materials. I am, of course, ignoring the fact that your efforts will invariably result in a botched job and wasted resources. Master Tataramu, that is hardly gentlemanly conduct. Humph! Shall I offer to view the finished product then? Go ahead, madam. Craft your wares and then appraise the quality of your work. I shall appraise the quality of your work free of charge. Master Tataramu, I shall become cross with you if you continue in that tone. Here are your materials, miss. I'm sure whatever you create will be absolutely splendid. Should you choose to assist the Akatal 9 in their engineering efforts, you'll be called upon to make use of special facilities. The first step in using one of these crafting facilities is to present the raw materials to the workshop supervisor. After preparing the workspace, the supervisor will then return to you the exact amount of materials required to your specific task. You will next be allotted a certain amount of time in which to complete the synthesis. Should your synthesis efforts prove unsuccessful, speak with the workshop supervisor once more to retrieve excess materials and renew your access to the crafting facility. To begin the crafting process, well, I will show you how to do that. Rightio. Oh, for a minute I thought I'd heard this pop. Okay, to begin the crafting process, we'll go through that in just a minute. Excel quests. You must be a disciple of the hand to accept or complete Eckartal 9 Society quests. Items required to complete these quests can only be synthesized after equipping a pair of Eckartal wrist gloves. Experience points earned by completing these quests will be allocated to your current class. The amount of experience awarded upon completion can be viewed in your journal and will automatically update in the event you change your class. Right. What am I doing? I am creating a thingamywhatsit. Let me just find the quest and we'll pin it so that we can use it. Regicide is pinned. We're still waiting on that. It's been 89 minutes. We're probably not going to get to that today. Like I said, there is an event on. I think the Berlin Fan Fest has kicked off, and a lot of people will be there. So I know we're going to have to just work our way through it and get other stuff done. This is reaching for Cloud 9. There we go. Now, what are we making? A hull interior component. Very well. Now, what that little instruction says, it says go into character and fiddle faddle about to find your various bits. Character crafting log. We're just going to go N, keyboard and mouse, hit N into your crafting log. We are making a what now component? A hull interior component. We're going to go into recipe search and we're going to go hull interior. We're going to spell it right, otherwise it won't find anything for us at all. And we're going to hit enter. Alright, we need to make sure we're under the right craft. So we're doing alchemy, so click on that hull interior component or it won't let you make it. We can't quick synthesize these, it says quick synthesis is unavailable. We need a craftsmanship of 22. What have we managed to get for our craftsmanship? 51, so we can definitely make it. That's good to know. I always get a bit nervous. We have our materials, they're already selected, so we can go synthesize. I do not have the proper item equipped. I forgot about that. Control I, go into our gloves, find the Akatal 9 wrist gloves, equip those things. Now we can synthesize. I know, it's very fidgety about those. If you ever lose them, you can buy another pair from the XIV. You can buy another pair from the XIV vendor over at the XIV camp, so don't panic. It doesn't say I need to make high quality ones. I'm going to try anyway. Let's see if we can manage this. It's just a good habit to get into. Alright, nice. And then I guess we'll just synth it.
We will make us mend it. And we'll synth it again. Boom. Alrighty. Let's talk to Master Tadaramu. Craft away, madam. I'll be waiting to appraise the results of your expertise. Now, there's no need to be like that, young man. All done, are we? Now let's have a look at the travesty you've made out of Gods be good. I can scarce believe it. The craftsmanship is exemplary, and you say this component is to be used in the construction of an airship. I cannot even imagine what type of hull you mean to build. Tell me, adventurer, who commissioned this work from you? I must know. I'd prefer not to say. A curious reluctance. What harm can come from revealing a client who builds airships? Unless... There was an odd rumour making the rounds amongst the engineers at the company. They say a group of exile had carved out a secret camp in the Black Shroud and were conducting trials for some kind of secret weapon. I had thought it idle gossip, but 'twould appear the tale held merit after all. Your exile master seeks to craft an airborne vessel of war. I will not allow it. Transforming the wonder of air travel into a means of delivering death is blasphemy of the highest order. But, Master Tataramu, what do you mean to do? Uh-oh. Isn't it obvious? I am going to march right into that secret camp and give those blasted birdmen a good telling off. You'd best stay out of my way. Is he out of his tiny little mind? But you cannot simply... When it comes to airships, I'm afraid Master Tataramu's passion overpowers his capacity for common sense. I wonder if he even has any idea where he's going. Here, you'd best take your finished component and complete the delivery. Your appraiser appears to have forgotten it in his haste to rush off and chastise the Ixal. I love the way she says that with a straight face. These are like the Ixal birdmen known for terrorizing the entire Black Shroud. And she's like, he seems to have forgotten it. It's like, oh no. Just who is Master Tataramu? I could tell you, but that wouldn't be very exciting now, would it? Perhaps you might ask him yourself. Right. Sigh. Let's head on. We'll take a shortcut by flying, because we can. You can just run all this way. There's like a little path that you can follow to come up here. But we'll just take flight. Oops, I stood on the map. I am so sorry, Master Sizzle.
Scrock, return you have. Able to craft components you were?
Yes, I was. I know my voice is now giving way. Oh dear.
Made this you did. Yes, serve us well this will. Begin construction on hull we can.
Wrong! I finally found you. I never realized just how big this forest was.
Who is this small, angry, featherless one?
Never mind who I am. 'Tis you who are on trial here. Are you not the Exali master who seeks to build a death-dealing airship and bring war and destruction to Gridania? Have you no respect for the virtuous field of engineering your uncouth plan will irretrievably sully? Weapons on an airship. Simply monstrous.
Scrock, mind your tongue you shall. Making airship with weapons sizzle is not. Been telling tall tales, someone has.
Do not try to deny it. I have seen how the Ixals stole our technology to build those horrendous war balloons. Your kind know naught but killing and mayhem.
Scrock, blather too much angry one does. See's not enough. Look at design under own feet, you should.
Ooh. This schematic. It contains elements of both dirigible and airship. I've never seen the like.
Hybrid vessel de Zukalan it is. Fly very high it shall, ceiling altitude of 5,000 yards.
5,000 yards? That's impossible, an unattainable fantasy. Why, even Master Garland's Enterprise cannot reach such heights. You speak of visiting the heavens themselves.
Yes, the heavens. Rap on God's front door we shall. Knock, knock. Ayatlan, floating continent of legends it is. High, high above clouds. Place where Zazul's ancestors once lived. Return to Ixal's lost paradise we shall. All-consuming goal of Zazul's people it once was. But this dream, shared now by too few, it is, rather worship mad goddess Garuda, and squabble with featherless ones Natalan Ixal would. Waste of life, Zazul says. Help Ekatel 9 build balloon airship hybrid and reach for distant sky, other Ixal should.
What an incredible idea. You have such vision, such zeal. Cecil, I have misjudged you. You must let me work with you. I will see this dream of yours become reality. Oh, whoa.
Squawk, wish to join Cecil's crew, do you? Possess some skill at crafting, do you? Yes?
Yes, I've studied airship design most extensively, and though my practical experience is admittedly limited, I vow that there are none who match my passion for the craft.
Important passion is, but knowledge too you must have. Work you as hard as the others, Cecil will. Be spared for your size, you will not.
Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Tataramu, at your service. Wow, okay. Excuse me for a minute. Man, that's hard on the voice. Okay, let's keep going. Cecil Tolok.
And what of Mistwalker? Impressed with work, Cecil is. Enjoy crafting with Cecil's gloves, did you? Like second skin, yes? Protect hands, but allow artisan to make delicate and difficult movements, they do. Agree to help Ekatel 9 build Dezel Kalan and let Mistwalker keep gloves, Cecil will. What say you, featherless one? Sprout wings and fly with us, yes?
Sprout wings I will.
Scrark! Feathers of the spirit we share. Hard to imagine to look at us now it is. But an age when Ixal flew on power of their own wings there once was. Sad then that wrath of elementals we incurred. Banished from forest and stripped of gift of flight we were. With younglings hatched outside of forest something wrong there was. Stunted their feathers were, but lose desire to soar Ixal never did. In place of lost wings, great balloons Cecil's forefathers made. Such ingenuity! Seek to continue their legacy, Ekatel 9 does. But forgotten joy of crafting own wings Natalan Ixal have. Grovel instead to goddess they do, grovel and beg. Fools! Grant them new wings, Garuda never will. Seek only to increase her might, the goddess does. Always more sacrifices, always more crystals. Nothing more than slaves, Natalan Ixal are, but not Ekatel 9, no. So once again we shall, within Dazal, Dazul Kalan, our salvation, our waking dream lies. Work hard and see history written, Mistwalker shall.
Right. I shall, huh? Did we just level? We might have. At Cuddle 9 Society quests unlocked. Your reputation has increased with a Cuddle 9. You have achieved neutral reputation with Ekatal 9. XL Society daily quests are now available from Yazel Ahwatan the Able at Ekatal. Delivery quests are also available from the Ekatal 9 Mansipal. Furthermore, you may now purchase wares from the Ekatal 9 vendor. In the case that you misplace your Ekatal wrist gloves, a new pair can be purchased from this same vendor. Oh wow. So one of the really fun things about the Allied Society quests is that as you progress through them, the area that you're working in with the Allied Society actually improves, and there's a lot of changes that are made, and it's really satisfying just to see the area develop as your relationship improves. So there's more to it than just accessing orchestrion roles or new minions or new mounts or portrait add bits to add in. There's actually like a whole story, and you get to develop a small part of Eorzea, of the world that you're in, which is pretty fun. Anyway, thanks to your efforts, construction of the Dazul Kalan's hull has begun. Continue assisting the Ekatal 9 to see the airship hybrid reach completion. Now, the other important thing, though, with the Ixal is when you go to unlock your master crafting tomes, which is a little further down the track for us because we're so low in our crafting, there's materials you're going to need for things you need to make in order to exchange for the tome. And the Ixal tend to be the ones who have them. And you also need a special Ixal currency, which requires you to have leveled up your society. So if you have a look under character, you go across to reputation, you will see that we now have societal relations daily quest allowances. This is for a realm reborn. As you go up through the different sections, you will have more allied societies appear and more quests appear. So we need to earn 150 points to go from neutral to whatever the next level is. So we might... Are we still waiting for this thing to pop? Yes, we have Ether Sand to deliver, but I might actually grab some Allied Society quests. We might run through the 3 of those we can do, I guess. Allied Society quests. The societies you encounter in your travels are beset with myriad problems. By helping each community resolve its issues through Allied Society quests, you can improve your reputation among its members. The quests that are available change on a daily basis, and you can accept up to 12 in a single day. That's 12 across all the societies you unlock, not 12 for each one. So you're really limited to how far you can advance your societies and how fast. So at the moment, we could do 3 quests for these guys and 3 quests for someone else and 3 quests for someone else. But as these guys advance, you actually unlock more quests. So your ability to spread yourself across the societies becomes limited. So you really have to choose. Yes. However, you cannot accept a new quest while the previous days is still in progress. To review your reputation among the allied societies, select Reputation from the character menu. By winning the trust of their members, not only will you gain an insight into their lives, you will also be initiated into their mysteries.
Yes, uncovering secrets we will be.
Okay, let's go. So there's 2 points with the Ixal. We have the Ekatal 9 Mansipal. We can craft stuff for this guy if we want. So we have a deliverance. We'll accept that. The Ekatal 9 Mansipal has a job fit for an adventurer, which most likely means fetching something. The crafting portion of this quest is recommended for Disciples of the Hand level 1 and above, so we'll accept that.
Scrack, our supplies dwindling they are. A featherless one we seek. A featherless one to fill our houses of wares. Master Rosol demands swiftness, he does. Ever prudent he is.
This quest differs from normal story quests in that to complete it you must deliver a bevy of requested items. Delivering requested items will earn you points, which will bring you closer to meeting the specified quota. The quest is complete only when you have met that quota. The Akatal 9 require many different types of items to maintain their daily operations. You may choose which items to deliver based on your ability to procure them. Further questions regarding delivery quests should be directed to the Akatal 9 Manciple. A current list of items required by the faction can be viewed by speaking with the Akatal 9 Foreman or by selecting timers located under duty in the main menu. So basically, what we'll do is we'll just, when it lets me out of, okay, we'll do Akatal 9 delivery quests. You will earn quota points for each item submitted during an Akatal 9 delivery quest. Only by earning enough points will you meet your quota and complete the quest. The list of items currently sought by the XIV faction can be viewed via the timers interface, located under duty in the main menu. Any of the items on the list can be submitted toward your quota. The icon to the left of the item name indicates which disciple of the hand class will earn experience points for delivery. Okay, so there's your icon right there. Unlike other society quests, you will not be allowed to re-accept a delivery quest in the event you abandon it, and must wait a day Earth time before being issued another allowance. Moreover, the list of currently sought items will be updated each day at 1 AM Earth time, and items previously sought may no longer be accepted. Right. We'll chat with the foreman, seeing as this is the first time we've done it, and that's what it wants us to do.
Scrock, scrock, long is my list, deep is our need.
Each item delivered will earn you points toward meeting your quota. Only when the quota is met will the quest be deemed complete. Moreover, each individual delivery will earn you experience points for the class indicated to the left of the item name in the Akatal 9 delivery quest menu. Rightio, we can make an amateur's grinding wheel, which will give us 10 quota points. We can have a total of 30 quota points a day, so we don't waste your time by making more than one. Okay? Actually, we don't make that. We actually have that on board, and I have a feeling that it is already part of our thing, amateur's grinding wheel. Yeah, we're not giving them that. That is part of a gear set. We can make fish oil, so let's have a look. It says quantity 3. Each time you make fish oil, I think you make 3 anyway. The EXP reward is 944. Let's have a look in our crafting log. We'll go N. And we'll put, what is it? Fish oil? Yeah, we'll put fish oil up in here. And enter. We need princess trouts. Now, we need 2 of them. To make 3 batches of fish oil, we need 6 princess trouts. We can purchase those in Limsa Laminza. Let's go do that.
Scrock, scrock, more do we need? More must you bring, Master Rosso. Eyes us, he does. Ever eyes us, he does.
Right. I see. We're going to go pick up our other 3 quests. So this will give us 4 out of our... That counts as an allowance, by the way. This will give us 4 total that we've done. Many would deign to call themselves able, but Yazel Ahwatan the Able goes so far as to claim it as his title. The crafting portion of this quest is recommended for disciples of the hand level 1 and above, and the battle portion for disciples of war or magic level 41 and above.
Scra ha ha! An able crafter, featherless one is. Not so able as Yazel, I think. Yet prove me wrong you may, and aid a cattle in so doing. Tanning agents for treating materials used to craft an airship ladder we require. A simple task for a featherless one, skilled as you, Yazel trusts. A skilled craftswoman and listener both, Yazel hopes you are, for the aid of a featherless chatterbox you require to use these materials. Scra ha! For this component, the facilities of the meta you must utilize.
Oh, this is our first quest with the meta too. Keeping up appearances. As ablest of exile, Yazel Ahwatan has a reputation to maintain. The crafting portion of this quest is recommended for disciples of the hand level 1 and the battle portion for disciples of magic 41 and above. I won't read that portion of the quest again, nor will I read any of the quests again that we repeat, if I remember that I've repeated them.
Scra! Able though I am.
Cursed with terrible fortune I am, too. Lost to Garuda worshipping buzzards, materials for constructing urgently required starboard hull components are precious materials for preparing an essential finish for the hull, lost to our enemies in tree speak. Quahak! Retrieve the materials myself I would, but able lover Yazel is, not able fighter. Featherless craftswoman and fighter both you are, and more than capable of recovering materials. From storage pots retrieve the materials then, for crafting. To Tree Speak stables you must go. Open to all featherless, the facilities there are. Scrah ha ha! Need for special favors there is not.
Right, and you had another quest for me, you crazy bird. Blow ye winds. An able Ixil keeps allies close, and Yuzel Ahwatan the Able prays you are one such woman.
Ill tidings, featherless craftswoman. Waylaid by featherless ones our carrier has been. Squawk! Trapped at best, dead at worst, Yazel fears. Of the essence time was. So risky route near Tree Speak tables I bade him take. Larboard hull component materials to Akatal he was to bring. For the finish to prepare the plating, materials precious and essential. Nearly depleted our supply it is. If yet alive, likely in hiding the carrier is. Know you for friend he may not, so with the wind to him you must whisper. Words of power they are, known only to Akatal and their allies. Squawk!
Known only to Akatal and their allies. Fantastic. Now. Well, look, there's one other person waiting for this. I know. I think we are very much out of luck. So, the first portion of each of these quests should be done in battle gear, because there will usually be a battle portion to it. Let's grab our mount, whichever one it happens to be. Blow ye winds. Alright, let me have a look at my map. Okay, that's Demeter, trust but verify. Keeping up appearances and blow ye winds. Let's take the furthest one away. This also where our other quest is. Actually, let's leave. Oh no, we're gonna have to go back to her anyway. Alright. Well, alright, let's swing to the right. We'll overfly this one and do that, and then we'll go down and do this one. Well, let's go. And then we'll come back and do Demeter's because that one's in a corner. Sometimes you get a couple for her in one go, but not always. We won't trigger that until we're off our mount. Again, being a higher level than the most monsters in the area gives you a slight advantage in that you won't get attacked the minute you land. Level 41 you probably will find the same thing. Let's go and steal something from this storage pot as soon as we deal with its overprotective guardian, who I stood right on top of. Don't stab me, you evil little bunny. You injured? Why are you injured, bird? Get some healing going. Okay. How many of these do we need? Just the one. Right. Let us go and deal with Blow Ye Winds. I like picking them all up at once like that because very often each set of adventures you get is in one sort of small location, so otherwise you fly back and then you have to get the next one and fly back to the location you were just at. It drives me crazy. Alright, we're going to left click on this guy. We're going to get off the mount because it won't let us do the thing we need to with it on. And check our caps lock is off because it doesn't like it otherwise. And then we're going to whisper. We're going to put our chat down into say. And then we're going to whisper. Blow ye winds. It's not talking to me. Have I got the wrong one? No. Blow ye winds. Oh no, with the wind. He's like, no, wrong password. Not talking to you, lady. With the wind we fly. With the wind.
Scraw! With the wind, featherless nuker is? Ah, relieved and contrite I am. All nukers look alike to me, they do. As a friend of a cartel, recognize I did not. Deliver the materials in my stead, I would ask, but that alone suffice it will not. Too late, this shipment is. Completed components we must now deliver, Scrag. Open to all featherless, the facilities of Tree Speak stables are aircraft 3 larboard hull components. Featherless friend can. Other recourse we have not.
Right. Tree Speak Stables it is, which should be just up the hill here. Wait, no. Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look. Which one did I just do? Okay, keeping up appearances. That should... And that's deliverance, alright. I know, if you've done some of the side quests from New Gridania, you'll recognise this place as where you deliver the snaffle bit to Bodwine. Nelamond. Keeping up appearances. Now, if you've got two quests like this, you can do them both at the same time. You just pick it up. Pick up the permissions for both and then do it one after the other. Greetings, friend. Our doors, assuming we had any, are open to all. You wish to process those materials, yes? If you would first permit me to conduct an inspection. Yeah, sure, here you go. Ah, my concern was for naught. These materials are both quality and plentiful. In fact, I've calculated the optimum amount required to craft the components you have in mind. I shall hold on to the excess while you work. You're synthesizing magic. Pray let me know if you require any replacements. Alright, we've got permission to do that one. We have enough time to do it. It's a timed thing. Time can run out. Greetings, friend. Our doors, assuming we had any. If you would first permit me to conduct an inspection. Sure. And then he says the same thing again. My concerns are for naught. Pray let me know if you need any replacements. And then we need to jump into Alchemist. Seeing as that's what we're leveling. We're going to go N. We're going to find our two quests. Blow Ye Winds, so Larboard Hull Components. Larboard H. Go down to Alchemy, because that's what we're currently our class is. We have 3 parts, so we're going to need to craft 3 components. We cannot quick synthesize. We need a craftsmanship of 22. Hopefully we've got, well, we know we've got that. We've got craftsmanship of 51. It's not great, but it will do this job. We need to make sure that we're wearing our, our Cardinal 9 wrist gloves. And then we go synthesize. Alright, that is Veneration. That should be over here. Wow, I must have leveled a couple of levels. I don't use that very often. Probably not as often as I should. I'm going to whack that up there. We're going to shift the mushroom, tricks of the trade, and observe. So first thing we're going to do is observe. Give ourselves a bit of chance of making high quality. Replenish our CP with the mushroom, tricks of the trade. Then we're going to make quality because it's a good habit to get into. We're going to go venerate. And then we're going to go synthesis. And that is 1. And now we're going to do it 2 more times. Yep. I know, I blew that. Every time this mushroom comes up, you should just use it, whether or not you need it. It's a good habit to get into. I got a little bit excited and completely forgot. Okay, this. Because what it does is replenish 20 points of CP. See, now it's sulking. Thinks we've shunned it. So it can be the difference between you actually being able to complete something and not complete it as you get to higher level stuff. Is that 3? Yep. Alright, so now we're going to do starboard hull components. So I'm just going to go over here. Starboard H. Go back into alchemy. Go down to synthesize. We need to make 2 of them. We've got 2 parts. It tells us 2 over here in the description. And we do the same. Observe. And basic touch. And basic touch. I know it doesn't say high quality. There will be quests later that demand high quality, and we're going to need to be respectful of that. Let me just master's mend it. Okay, I could have held off on that by 1. It is our first one. Let's make the next one and study it. Quality. Tricks of the trade to get that back. Now we're 2 points ahead of where we were. And then we're going to go veneration. And then we're going to go here. And then we're going to go tricks of the trade. Restore the durability. And synthesis. Alright, that's everything we need to do here. Now let's just jump back into our white mage. We're going to go and visit Demeter. Trust but verify. Speak with Demeter, who is over here. We're going to ignore a relic reborn just for the minute. Once we finish delivering our oops, wrong button. Once we finish delivering our Ekadal 9 or Exile Allied Society bits, we will go and have a look at that relic weapon for a Realm Reborn. And this is the first time I've done one for the White Mage. The last one I worked on was for a Paladin, which was easier done when you got to level 100 and soloed the dungeon required, because you couldn't get a run otherwise. Demeter. Oh my, you wish to use these facilities? They are lovely, aren't they? I do my utmost to keep them in tip-top condition. You know, regular cleaning and maintenance is far more essential than most people realize. However, as much as I'd love to let you do so, I must ask that you do something in exchange. Worry not, it's nothing too difficult, just a simple favor. I do have to clean up after you, you know. Know you of Opos? Dreadful little scamps, always stealing my Muntai beans. One in particular has given me no end of trouble, and I will suffer it no longer. Pray use these ripe beans to lure him out from his lair near Irtat's spire, and end his reign of terror. And, though it's a grisly thing to ask, I must insist that you return with proof of the deed, a fang or a claw or something of that nature. Nothing too large, mind you. I don't want it as a trophy to hang on my wall. I'm not a monster. All right, you're not a monster. All right, she too has a quest. We're going to use that to help us level up some of our alt jobs once we get to doing them. Oh, okay. That will stay there till the timer runs out. Trust but verify. Let's go find our Opo. Little menace. That looks promising. Marked territory under a tree. What are we using? Let me just close that. Now we've got it highlighted. You can just left click to mark it, and then what you do is you go down to the quest that's related to, and you can just go click on that, make sure you're in range, otherwise the game will say, oi, get in range. Grab this thing. Spray saliva in my general direction. Have I not replenished my bird yet? Oh my gosh. My poor little bird needs to be brought back from wherever he decided to take a vacation. Right. Let's do that while I remember. Get back here, Sunstorm. How many times is that now I've had to call you back? You are not on holidays. Alright, now we're going to go find Demeter. So these are the kinds of things you do while you're waiting for a duty. We've now been waiting for 125 minutes and 35 seconds, so 2 hours. And I'll be logging off soon. We'll try again next time. But like I said, there is a big event on, and a lot of players are currently at the event, so the game is a bit quiet today. As I told you before, you're more than welcome to make use of these facilities, provided you deal with that dastardly Opo first. Hey, Too Lucky, how are you doing today? Oh, and as a precaution, I must ask that you present your materials for inspection as well. You would be shocked at what some people have tried to make here. I would. Here's the materials to inspect and your claw. There you are. My word, is that really? Oh gods, I can't bear to look at it. Take it from my sight and dispose of it, but not in the river. Now then, deep breaths. Though unusual, I don't believe your materials could be used for evil ends. Oh, good to hear. I'm glad you're doing all right, Too Lucky. Here you are. You'll note I didn't return them all. There are several items, the required materials, it would seem. So what we're doing is we're currently doing the XIV Allied Society quests, which we just unlocked. while we're waiting for our the main scenario quest trial to go through, and I don't think it's going to. I think because I think the Berlin Fan Fest is on, and I think a lot of people are not currently online. Also, it's like 7:41 in the morning here in Australia. So yeah, um, but that's okay. So so Demeter here is giving us a lecture on things. Whoever entrusted this task to you left a note in the bag. To featherless Nuka, give only required parts. In case of failure, retain spares. Huh. What in the world is a Nuka? I am not explaining that to her. Alrighty. So she has given us permission to use her workshop. Are we wearing our gloves still? No, we're in the wrong class entirely. Right. Yes, we are still wearing our gloves. That's lovely to know. We are going to make a what? Bladder component. N for our crafting log. If you aren't using a keyboard and mouse like we are, you just go down here to logs, and then you find crafting log and click on that. But I'm using keyboard shortcuts. Here we go. All right, make sure you're in the right class. So we're an alchemist. We're going to do alchemy. We're going to jog across to our bladder component materials. Make sure we've got those. We can't quick synthesize them. A, we haven't made it before, but B, this component cannot be quickly synthesized. We're going to observe the materials. Ooh, what does that do? And then we're going to use basic touch to make sure it retains its quality. We're going to do it again because we want to make some high quality components, even though they're not yet called for. We're going to grab some veneration, and we're going to venerate this. Then we're going to increase our durability. Then we're going to synth it. Oh, right, we'll do tricks of the trade. Then we're going to synthesize again to finish it off. Boom! That should be our third XIV quest. We need a Princess Trout for the next one, and I'll do that later. I think before we go and deliver our XIV quest, we're going to go and head on over here to our legendary weapon. We picked up the components in Ogomoro while we were picking up ether sand for a different quest, so we might as well have a quick chit chat to Geralt while we're doing XIV quests as well. With Thyris for company, our tower can't roam the realm, lending a helping hand to folk he met on his travels. Seems though he couldn't do much to help himself out when he set foot in Ogomoro. Man was never heard from again, neither was his staff. As fate would have it, he was the last of his blood and his line gutted out with him. Right tragic, I know, but we can shed tears for him another time. Getting back to the matter at hand, it seems a fair bet that Thyris is lying around somewhere in Ugomoro Mines, just out of the poor sod's skeletal grasp like. God's rest his soul. Yep, we found time-worn Thyris. Here you are. Well, bugger me. Never in me wildest drunkenest dreams did I imagine you'd actually find the bloody thing. Bah, so I'll have to fire up that forge after all. Having said that, the relic's in far worse shape than I thought. It ain't like to survive much pounding in this state. Truth be told, I'd be worried about sneezing near it. We're going to need a new host that will give itself to the restoration. Bring me a madman's whisper and rod, one with 2 grade 3 quick tongue materia melded into it. This will serve as the vessel for the restored relic. I don't think I can make that. Remember, that's 2 grade 3 quick tongue materia, or less, and you'll get naught from me no matter how many slips of paper you wave in me face. So I'm thinking I need to increase my alchemy skill real quick. Let us have a quick look. I'm going to Google what level I need to be for that. So Limsa, Gradania. Ulda, North Shroud. A relic reborn Cyrus. Alrighty, over to Google we go. Just for a minute. Let's have a look and see what this needs. It's a what now? A Madman's Whispering Rod. You know, it may actually also need a crafting book. We'll find out. FFXIV. Alright, into the Eorzea database we go. No, we can make it. Maybe it's a two-handed conjurer's arm. It requires, it's a difficulty of 210, so not too hard to make, durability of 80. It's a level 50 with a star. Alright, so it is going to be a difficult one. Gee, it looks pretty though. I'm actually really looking forward to making that now. Okay, level 50 alchemy we require. That'll be fun. Let's get going. So, alright, so that quest is going to just linger for a little bit, I think, while we deal with it. But at least we know we've got it as far as we can at our current level. Because our current level is we're just starting out, even with our crafting. I haven't even started culinarian or leatherworker. We need to fix that. And we're only level 15 alchemist. That's not bad. We were level 12 when we started today. Then we turned in one quest for the exile, and that shot us up 2 more levels. That's pretty good. Let us head. Alright, we are now going to Limsa, because I need 6 princess trout and I don't feel like fishing for them. So we go to Limsa, we head on over into the Aetheryte and we grab this thing. We jump into the Ethernet, we grab the Arf Castle, and we head up to the Fishmonger. Oops, that's not my sprint button, that's my sprint button. Alrighty. So we'll jump on over this way, head on over to Holasvis, the Fishmonger, pick ourselves up 6 princess trout, because we're making the very big assumption that we are not going to mess up the quest. The other thing we might do while we're here, because we are Maelstrom, let's see if we can make the next. Go into timers. We have 22 hours remaining for the next mission allowance. We are looking for a budding maple wand. I'll check that in a minute when we get down to our let's go down to our retainer. I've lost the way out. Right, no, we are heading in the right direction. I know it's Limsa. It's like a rabbit's warren. Trying to find your way around in here. So let's head on over this way. We will check out. That's right, Orca's Alley. You know what? We've leveled up to level 15, haven't we? With our alchemist. Yeah, so let's see if we've got any better gear. Because we're level 30 something with our carpenter. So we've gone through a lot of the gearing up process with the carpenter. Rightio. We don't need to use our air-cut or wrist gloves when we're making the crafting things. We can only deliver 30 points worth. So that's 3 lots of fish. We might as well get that done actually. And fish oil. Right, we're going to make that. We can quick synthesize. Oh, craftsmanship recommended 59. We were 51 with the older gear. Let's see what our attributes are now. I know, right? Feet. So level 15, 15, 15, 15. I wonder if I can meld anything in. Let me just go Shift Control I. It does not look. Oh, I might have some crafting stuff in here. Let's sort this. That's craftsman cunning. That will give me CP. This will give me craftsmanship. Let's remove all of those from the saddlebag. And what we'll do next is see if we can meld them to our pieces. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're just going to meld in 2 of these. This will give me 6, which should give my craftsmanship up over the limit. We'll grab our cotton shepherd's tunic. Oh yeah, that's even better. Meld that thing in. Getting attached, achievement unlocked. Cotton chassis, craftsmanship +3. Cotton shepherd's tunic. What did I put in there? Yep, so we have space. So let's add another one of these in. And we'll grab our ash patterns and we will meld that in. And we'll meld the next one in. And I guess we'll just meld in that last craftsman's bits and bobs over here. Right, now what do our attributes say? Craftsmanship of 66. So we should now be able to make the fish oil without botching it, hopefully. Rightio. That's what we're doing right now. Let's just do that, synthesize. And we shall study our materials. Ew, what's that bit of fish? Basic touch. We're going to try for high quality. I don't think we're going to get there, to be honest. Okay, tricks of the trade. Give ourselves back some CP. Master's mend. You know what? We probably will get high quality out of that. Tricks of the trade. Venerate. And progress. This will take 2. Oh, 1. No, because we've improved. Okay. We're delivering 3 of these. So we're going to do it again. Doo-da-doo. So basically, Tricks of the Trade gives you back 20 CP, which means that you've got a better chance of, and it doesn't cost you any durability, which is the other thing that's really important to remember. Veneration enables you to progress faster. So where you might have to normally do 2, you'll only have to do it once. However, using Tricks of the Trade will use up one of your veneration uses. And we do it a 3rd time. However, like I said, we were level 12 at the beginning of the day. We did the initial quest for the Exile, and that got us to level 15. So it'll be interesting to see what level we end up once we've handed in the Exile quest. Let's use Master's Mend, or we'll break it. Tricks of the Trade again. And Basic Touch. Veneration. And Synthesis. Boom. Right. We've made our fish oil for our quest. For our Exile, now we need to make a budding maple wand, I believe. Duty timers. If you ever forget, you've got your Icadal delivery quests here, right? And this tells you what they're looking for right now. So we need fish oil. The recipe's level 10. The quota points are worth 10. We need to make 3 each, but you make 3 each time you make it anyway. You get 944 XP per, and we have 3 high quality ones on board. We have a total of 30 per day, 30 points per day, so we only made 3 because we can only deliver 3. And that's that done. The other thing we're looking for in our timers is our next mission allowance. We are looking for a budding maple wand. Radio. Let's see if we can make one of those things. I'd probably have to make a maple wand to start with. Okay, now so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to see if we've got any of the ingredients. Search for item. No. And growth formula alpha. No. Alright. Beastkin blood. It's either the critters in East, in the bramble patch, or it's the bats in. No, I think the bats give you scalekin blood. I'll double check it, but let's write down the ingredients we need because we're gonna have to go find them. Okay, so we need beastkin blood, beast KBLD by 1. Because we're only turning 1 in, because you can only turn in 1 of each. Growth formula alpha, we're going to go search for item by crafting. We're going to see if we have a shriek shroom. No, but we can purchase those. Quicksilver. Yep. And rock salt. No, I didn't start my culinarian yet, so... Oh, but we do have it. Okay. Alright. So rock salt I'm going to get from Ren. I only need one of them, but we'll pull out the whole stack. Quicksilver. Okay, shriek shroom. We need one. Shriek shroom by one. And quicksilver. We search for item by crafting. We need cinnabar. Do I have any of that? So I can't remember what I've put into my retainer, and what I haven't collected. So no. We need cinnabar by 2. And we can search for that using our miner. It's really easy to get, so we might as well just zippity-doo-dah over to it. Right, now because I don't want to have to go looking for the other things I need for my budding maple wand, I just click on the search, because once you've done a recipe search, it saves all the recipes you've searched for. We need a maple wand. Let's see if we can find it. I didn't think so. So maple wand, search for by crafting material method. I've forgotten to look for growth. Okay, we're going to need 2 growth formula alphas. So that'll be cinnabar by 4 and shriek shrooms by 2 and rock salt by 2. Alrighty. Maple branch, do I have that anywhere? Let's check it. No, that's easy enough to gather as well. Alrighty. Actually, I don't think we have to gather it. Alright. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. We could just turn in everything. Let's have a look and see. I mean, we are still waiting. Okay, we've been waiting 144 minutes. Oh, let's cover our shame. Radio. Back into timers. What else do you want? Okay. I don't think I'll chase all of these down today. No. Although the raw spinel's an easy call. Anything with a star on it will give you more XP than normal to start with. Rightio, let's grab our rock salt from Ren. We're actually here to do that. I think we were here to do something else too, weren't we? What was it? Can't remember. This cat has brought you... Oh, you ventured again. You wonderful kitty. You brought me some more... You brought me some more crayfish. Awesome. And you leveled up my alchemist. Shall be done forthwith, madam. Alright. Entrust to withdraw items. We'll entrust our duplicates, wolf fangs, and crayfish. We will go find our rock salt, which is somewhere in here. Yeah, that's spoken blood. Oh, there it was. Alrighty. Now, if you don't feel like going all over the countryside to get your stuff, and there are days when none of us do, you can either get it off the boards, but the first port of call before you even look at the boards should be the guy up here, your tradecraft supplier. Now, I don't know if he sells shriek shrooms, but we'll find out in a minute. Mineral water, chicken breast, shriek shrooms. I'm just going to pick up 10 of them. We're going to need them. We will just grab this. Sorry, we'll grab it. Thank you. What else did we need? So that's our shriek shrooms taken care of. That's our rock salt taken care of. Let's see if he has cinnabar and maple. I know where to get cinnabar from, actually. We don't even need to go looking for that. See, this fish oil, we could have just bought it if we wanted to. Cinnabar. Beautiful. Let's pick that up. How many do we need? 4. Let's buy 12. There's the rock salt if we needed it. Now, do we have maple branch? No. Let's I know, if you don't feel like going to gather stuff, there are usually you can buy things. I'm going to go and check up in the smithing guild. So sometimes your guild suppliers will have things that your tradesmen don't. Sometimes they don't, but I'm just curious to see whether, I think it's Smithhammer. The guy normally has more than the girl has because the blacksmithing you use many more different items. Or is it the other way around? No, it's this way around. Okay. But he does not have maple branches. Alright, so we'll check with Summerweb. I don't think she'll have one either. No, she has the lumber. Alright. I know, I could run around looking for each one, but I think we'll just go B, bring up our gathering log, and we will type in maple B. Tree speak. Or central shroud in the jadeite thicket. So in the jadeite thicket, yeah, let's go there. Go to Bent Branch Meadows. So your crafting for your guild can take, not your guild, your free grand company can take quite a bit. Let's jump into botanist. Let's grab our budgie. And I very cleverly closed that location, but I'm pretty sure it's just over here. Actually, there it is there. So you can only spot these in your mini-map. So make sure you're in your botanist when you're looking for it. Otherwise you won't. You'll fly right over it and be completely oblivious. And yes, you can do it even after 3,000 hours of play. This is what we're after. Oh, you know what? Let's just gather all of those. We might as well. Alright. So that is our cinnabar done. A maple branch done. Beastchem blood. Alright, rather than fly over on a guess, I will look that one up. It's either, like I said, it's either in the Bramble Patch or I think it's in North Shroud. So what we'll do is we'll check that out and find it. I just usually just type in Beastchem blood FFXIV and we go to the Eorzea database because it's good. You can get it from okay. For real, really? In New Gridania? Or Esmone from the steppes of Thal? Really? Okay, but apart from that, I'm not completely wrong. They say cave bats, dusk bats, chigos. Chigos are right here, actually. Well, I guess. We can either go into New Gridania and find it, or I can just grab some chigos, which are this way. I know, is it easier to zip in and try and find for real, or not? Now, we do want to be a warrior for this. Don't try gathering beastkin bits. Let me just make sure I'm going in the right. 23.3 and 21.5. Where am I? Yeah. Oh, there's the hut. Okay, so what you're looking for, your landmark for your chigos, is this hut, the tower here, but it's also this hut across the way. And let's just deal with it. This could take a little bit. No. Don't heal me, Sonny. Just kill the water sprite. That's a good bird. Alright, did we get anything out of that? We got a water shard. You know what? We are going to go and purchase it because I've just remembered how long it can take to find the right piece. Right, New Gridania, they said. And then we'll check in Uldar. Yeah, you can get them from all of those creatures, but the drop rate is sometimes hideously low. So unless you're completely broke, it's usually worth just finding it now. For real in New Gridania, 10, 8, and 12, 1. Let's have a look at our map. We're at 15, 3. Oh, hang on. Yeah, the Carpenter's Guild. I know I wasn't going to bounce all over the place looking for guild suppliers, so this is another case I think where we'll probably find a maple branch in here as well. But this is the Carpenter's Guild. This is the guild supplier. This is for real. And for real has maple branches, see? But he also has beastkin blood. And you know what? I'm just going to buy 99 of that because I'm going to always be looking for it. Alrighty. We'll put that there. Cinnabar, maple branches. We've got enough of all of them. I'm pretty sure they won't mind me taking shelter in their thing while we make these things. So we go N. I know, let's just do this. It'll be easy, she said. Recipe search will bring up everything we needed. Quicksilver. Let us... Have I made it before? Yes. Let's quick synthesize those. What? Rude. Make sure you're in your alchemists. Or whatever thing you need. And quick synth. We'll just max out our quick synth because we're going to need more of that anyway. Alright. And you'll notice we're doing high quality stuff, which is always a relief to see. Once you pass the level of a thing that you're making by enough, you tend to make a few more high quality bits. Let's go with growth formula alpha. See if we've got everything we need. I am going to quick synth 3 of them first, and we'll see if we get any high qualities out of that. Yeah, okay, so we don't need to do any more than that because I think I only needed 2 bottles. Right, the next thing we're going to do is grab a maple wand. I could quick synth it, but let's actually make this one properly because I'd like a high quality item. Right, we already have quality partially there. Let's go with observe. Let's go with basic touch. And again. Always use tricks of the trade when it pops, no matter how inconvenient. Use your veneration. Boom. Alrighty, now we're going to make a whispering maple wand. I think was, no, we wanted a budding maple wand, my bad. So this one. Right click, select material, use a high quality, and away we go again. Synthesize that. Observe it. Basic touch it. And basic touch it. I'm going to do it again anyway. Basic touch it. Because we've got enough points to play with. Ow. Restore the durability. And synthesize that. Right, I forgot about this. I'm glad we restored its durability. We're going to be pushing it. Boom. Alright, now that is going to be worth the effort, okay? So we're going to head back to Icuttle 9. We're nearly at level 17, just from doing the crafting bits. Icuttle 9, for that we need full gold float. Grab that bit there. And I'll just zip back into here. There we are. Alrighty. Find the green arrow, which signifies that that's where we want to go and deliver stuff. We are on Mount Roulette, so it's not guaranteed whatever we'll get. But we'll get the same amount each time. I like it that way. So we have our fish oil and we have our airship components. Rightio. Well, let's turn these things into Yazel Al-Khatani Able. Trust but verify.
Scraha, return. The one who would prove herself able is. Bladder component has she brought?
Yes, we have. Here you go.
Scrahak, able indeed, featherless one is. Within you lies great potential, as Chief Totolok said. Potential in Yazel, too, the chief once saw. Not wrong in either case, it is more than clear to me. Scrah!
Right, 9,000 XP, 20 Ixali relations. We need 150 to get to the next level. Reputation. Completing an allied society quest will improve your reputation with that society. When your reputation has risen sufficiently, you'll be able to raise it to the next rank by undertaking a special quest. As your bond with the society strengthens, you'll be able to purchase an ever-expanding range of items from their vendors. These societies deal in wares found nowhere else, and the only way to obtain them is to win their trust. We know. Alright, if he says the same thing, I'm not repeating it, we'll just click through.
Scrark, suffer the barbs of his comrades, the able cannot. Bring me the starboard hull components, you must.
I did, here you go.
Squahak, safe my reputation is, to featherless craftswoman, much and more is owed. Rejoin the ranks of the buzzards, I wish not to do. Much more beloved by maidens, Yazil is as able revolutionary.
Alrighty. And we're level 19.
Scrark, without component materials, soon halt construction of the Dazul Kalan will. Disastrous for Akatul and Yazel, this would be.
Don't worry, I've got your components.
Scrark, materials are expected, yet components you have brought? My mind waylaid courier and featherless crafter did read. Scrark, ha ha. Initiative Yazel values much in his allies. Who better than able allies to provide Yazel's own ableness, I say?
To prove.
Rise ever higher I will, with the aid of featherless craftswoman and her ilk.
You surely will. Here you are. Alrighty, now we also have 3 fish oil to deliver to the Akadal 9 foreman. And this quest, each item delivered will earn you points toward meeting your quota. Only when the quota is met will the quest be deemed complete. Moreover, each individual delivery will earn you experience points for the class indicated to the left of the item name in the Akatal 9 delivery quest menu. So we're working on the Alchemist. So let's go. And we will trade these. Yes, high quality. Boom. You don't get any more for that. Oh wait, I only needed to do 3. What? You mean I only needed to do that once? No. What have I done wrong? I know. I thought I made 6 fish oil. No, maybe I only made 1 per. Well, we're just going to have to go do that again.
Scrack, scrack, more we need. More you must bring. Master Rosal eyes us, he does. Ever eyes us, he does.
Alright. I'll go get another 12 princess trout and we'll make 6 more. 6 more of those things. Let's go. Back to Limsa. Not just for our princess trout. I thought they were making 3 apiece. I was so wrong. We're going to do 2 things. Firstly, both things need the aft castle, so we'll jump into the aft castle. My bad. My main took quite some time to finish these, but Misty's only really just getting started. So let us jog on over to our Storm Personnel Officer, who is responsible for supply and provisioning missions. And we're going to hand in our Budding Maple Wand. Close. What did I just do? Yeah. 14,000 XP it's worth because it's actually a high one, and we're just left clicking it. There we go. Now right click. Hand over the really special one, high quality, and boom. If you look over here, you'll see we've actually leveled up 2 levels. Rightio, let's go get our Princess I know, what am I doing? I'm still... The DPS who was waiting has just left. And you can't blame them. We're coming on to 3 hours now. Which also means my stream is almost at an end and we haven't managed to get through for March Hard. But like I said, there is a big event on, so we're not likely to today. We're not going there. We're just toddling up and we're going to get our last 6 thingamywhatsits. And yes, I think because we didn't get any extra XP out of it, what we might do is grab our 12 princess fish and we will speed make it. Just do it quickly. Alrighty, princess trout, 12, purchase that, boom. Now, are we still alchemists? We certainly are. Go N. Go into here, see if fish oil is still highlighted. It is. We've got a tick on it, so we can quick synth this. We're going to max it out. We're going to make 6 more. And we'll just quickly do this and then jump on back to full gold float and fly on over to the thing. Alrighty, end that synthesis. And we don't need to run anywhere, we can just grab this, teleport it, head on over to full gold float. Grab our bird. And I'm using this one, Deliverance. Now, Relic Reborn Cyrus, we now have to make a level 50 item. We're gonna have to, yeah, level up our alchemist for that one because it is a wand.
Scrock, scrock, long is my list, deep is our need.
All right, I won't read that again because we've just read it. Well, let's go with this one. All right, there's another 3. Boom. What do you mean I don't have sufficient items? He's driving me batty because I've made 3 items per each time. And... oh, hang on. Okay. Yep. We're going to lower the quality of that fish oil. And we're going to drop it over here. Wait. Oh, I can't do it while I'm occupied. Yep. Look. Will you let me do the thing? Make sure you're not talking to someone when you're lowering quality. It won't let you do it. Alright, we've lowered that. Drop it into there. So we could have just purchased it. I know, right? Now we should be able to drop it off. Because we did make enough. There we are. Fussy, we don't want your high quality fish oil. We want your low quality. Unless it's in a batch of 3. So whether or not it's high or low quality fish oil, it's got to be a stack of 3. I gotcha. Fussy little Bridgets. Alright, and then we'll go and finalise this quest.
Scrock! Ah, featherless Nuka, you came. A featherless friend, you left. Hear of your deeds, the chieftain shall. Scrock!
And we get some more XP. What's that? A moonstone. What does that do? Market prohibited. Sells for 1200 gil. Ooh. And we are now level 23. So that is 11 levels just from doing 1 free company delivery and 5 quests. So we did these 3, we did that one, and we did the introductory quest. And so there we are. There you have it. What are we going to do now? Because we're going to go and see Rambros. Because we still have some ether sand to deliver to St. Cognac's find. And that might be a good stopping point, I think. Away we go. Gonna need our bird because I'm not running that distance. Alright. So unless this pops within about the next 5 minutes, we're going to call it a day for it, and we're going to come back again on another day. I think if you look up the YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel, you will be able to find the broadcast from last night, which is about probably where I'm going to go next, because it's kind of at a very inhospitable time, Australia-wise. Here we go. But were I going to be playing for longer, I think my next thing would be to do more levs, because that would also help us increase the level of this class, but it would let us continue with our challenge log. So in our challenge log, crafting and gathering, we've nearly gotten some more XP out of that, and also some more gil, so that would give us 2 more. And Allied Society quests, so tomorrow we will get this one, and if we keep doing 4 per day with just the exile, we'll get more. If we had the other Allied Societies unlocked, we could have done 12 today and then 3 tomorrow, and we would have had both of these. So that would have been another 2, and we would have been very close to getting our first 10,000 gil. But lev quests, if we do 20 of them, and if 5 of them have different lev plates, then we'll get both of these, and we'll get this huge XP jump, as well as a little bit of gil to go with it. So that's how that works. Enter Rambros. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? We sure are, my friend. Here you are. You brought both. I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. Right, well, X potion, that's healing. Ether, 1000 MP. Let's, what's that? High elixir. Nah, wait. Restores 600 MP and health. That's very, very tempting. Why don't we go with that one? Rightio. Because that way it doesn't matter what class I am. There. There, that should do the trick. Ooh. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Mistwalker here is the one you should be thanking. Excuse me for a minute. My voice is starting to fail. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allagan's front door. You can't go without us, Chief. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get a chance to study the wonders of the Allagan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald's work look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do, but we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged onto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology? Exactly. Freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allagan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower and, if needs be, seal away its secrets. Oh, look at the look on Wedge's face. Or is that Biggs's face? Oh, I get the two of them confused. Look at the grin. These two are amazing. A compelling viewpoint, it is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. And there he is again. So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly occupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the ether sand. I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Show off. And there he stands. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I am Grahatir, one of the students of Baldessian. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Grahatir has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. So then, our fellowship is complete. All stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah. Noah? That is the name I have chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of St. Coinac, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave its mark in the annals of history. I could claim that NOAA stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does, technically, but my true reason for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by a vaunted Allegan Archmagus. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that! Very well, now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it is time to set forth to brave the outer defences of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Look at these guys. So excited. Ready! Whew. However, before we do depart, I am thinking I'm going to call an end to the stream here, guys. If you've enjoyed it, just let me know. If there's anything you want me to chase in particular, the next time I'm waiting for a duty finder to pop, just let me know in the chat, or when you drop in next chat, say, hey, can we have a look at whatever it is that you want to look at. But until next time, I'll check you later. Goodbye to Lucky. Have a really good evening over there, and I'll see you around. 2 more days' time, we'll have Elder Scrolls Online. 4 more days' time, we'll have some more Final Fantasy XIV. But until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll bid you adieu.